Hello. Welcome back to Drowsy Inquirer. I want to tell you about a language tonight, the oldest one, older than any human language, older than humans, older than anything we'd recognize as alive. It only has 4 letters. That's it, 4. And with those 4 letters, everything that has ever lived has been written. You, me, the tree outside your window, the bacteria in your gut, the dinosaurs, the first cell that figured out how to copy itself billions of years ago. 4 letters: A, T, G, C. Right now, in every cell of your body, that language is being read, being copied, being spoken in a way that doesn't use sound. You're not aware of it, you can't feel it, but it's happening, has been happening since before you were born, will keep happening until you're not here anymore. So let's go there tonight, into the quiet of your own cells, into the code that's writing you right now. You don't have to understand it. You don't have to remember it. Just listen. Just rest. Let the alphabet of life be a kind of lullaby. Here's what blows my mind. Every living thing on this planet uses the same 4 letters. Every single one. From the smallest bacteria to the biggest whale. From the mushroom growing in the forest to the person lying next to you. Same alphabet, same language, same system. A, T, G, C. That's it. That's the whole thing. A stands for adenine, T for thymine, G for guanine, C for cytosine. These are molecules, chemicals, little structures that attach to a long, long chain. But you don't need to remember those names. What matters is this. With just these 4 letters, arranged in different orders, every instruction for every living thing is written. Think about that for a second. The English alphabet has 26 letters. The Chinese writing system has thousands of characters. But life figured out it only needed 4. And it's been enough, more than enough. 4 letters, and here we are. Whales and mushrooms and bacteria, and you lying there in the dark, breathing, thinking, being. The simplicity of it, that's what gets me. We make everything so complicated, and life just kept it simple. 4 letters, infinite possibilities. So where do these letters live? Inside you, inside every cell. And they're arranged in this shape that you've probably seen before, even if you didn't know what it meant. A double helix, 2 strands twisted around each other, like a spiral staircase, like a ladder that someone grabbed both ends of and twisted. 2 scientists figured this out in 1953, James Watson and Francis Crick. Oh, honestly, a woman named Rosalind Franklin did a lot of the work they got credit for. That's a whole other story. But her X-ray images, her data, that's what showed the shape. A spiral, twisting, elegant, holding all the information that makes you, you. If you could stretch out all the DNA in just one of your cells, it would be about 6 feet long. 6 feet in a cell you can't even see. And you have trillions of cells, trillions. If you stretched out all your DNA end to end, it would reach to the sun and back multiple times. But it's packed so tight, so carefully folded, like origami made of molecules. It fits inside something microscopic, and it contains the instructions for everything your body knows how to do. That's where the letters live, on that twisted ladder. Each rung is a pair of letters, millions of rungs, billions, the longest instruction manual ever written, coiled up inside you. Here's what blows my mind. The letters don't just go in any order. They pair up specifically, always the same way. A pairs with T, always. G pairs with C, always. That's it. ATGC. Every rung of that ladder is one of these pairs. Never A with G, never T with C, just those two combinations, over and over, billions of times. Why does this matter? Because it means the two strands of the helix are mirrors of each other. If you know one side, you know the other. If one side says ATCGGAT, the other side has to say TAGCCTA. No exceptions. This is how copying works. This is how you can split the ladder down the middle, and each half already knows what the other half should be. The pairing is the key to everything. It's like having a zipper that remembers what it was attached to. Unzip it, and each side can rebuild its partner perfectly every time. A with T, G with C. Simple rules, absolute consistency. Life figured this out billions of years ago and never changed it because it works. It just works. Right now, somewhere in your body, a cell is dividing. Maybe in your skin, maybe in your gut, somewhere. It's happening constantly. Cells wearing out and being replaced, new cells being made. And every time a cell divides, it has to copy all its DNA first. All of it, all 6 feet, all billions of letters copied. And here's the wild part. It's almost perfect every time. The cell unzips the double helix, splits it down the middle, and then tiny molecular machines, enzymes, they come along and build the missing half of each strand. A finds T, G finds C. Letter by letter, rung by rung, the whole thing gets duplicated. It happens fast, incredibly fast, and it happens all the time. You're making new copies of your DNA right now, while you're lying there, while you're listening to my voice. The copying isn't perfect. Mistakes happen. Maybe 1 in a billion letters gets wrong, but there are proofreading systems, little molecular editors that check the work and fix errors. It's quality control at a level we can barely imagine. And then, when it's done, the cell has 2 complete copies, one for each new cell. The information passes on. The language continues. The story keeps being told. Here's something strange. You share about 60% of your DNA with a banana. 60%. Same letters, same sequences, doing the same basic things. The instructions for making a cell work, keeping it alive, letting it divide. You and a banana both doing that, using the same code. It gets weirder. You share about 85% with a mouse, about 96% with a chimpanzee. 96. You look at a chimp and almost everything in the code is identical. What makes you different is that last bit, the 4%, the small variations that add up to big differences on the outside. But underneath, at the level of the letters, we're all reading from the same book. Every living thing on Earth is related, not metaphorically, literally. We all share a common ancestor, some cell billions of years ago that figured out how to use these 4 letters, and everything since then, every plant and animal and fungus and bacteria, we're all descendants, cousins, family. The tree outside your window is your distant relative, the spider in the corner, the
the bread mold in your kitchen. All of us written in the same language, carrying variations of the same ancient text. That's either unsettling or comforting, maybe both, but it's true. Every living thing you've ever seen shares your alphabet. You didn't start from scratch. Half your DNA came from your mother, half from your father, mixed together in a way that had never happened before. A new combination, a new story, but written with old words. Your mother got her DNA from her parents. They got theirs from theirs, and so on. Back and back and back. Generations, centuries, millennia. There are sequences in your DNA right now that have been passed down for thousands of years, maybe longer. Little stretches of code that survived every generation, every copying, every mixing. Still there, still in you. Your great-great-great-grandmother, you never met her, don't know her name, but some of her letters are in you right now, mixed with everyone else's, diluted maybe, but present, still being read, still doing their job. That's inheritance, not just money or photographs or family stories, actual information, actual instructions, passed physically from parent to child, over and over, back to the beginning of your family line. You're carrying your ancestors literally in every cell, their letters mixed with yours, their code still running. They're not gone, not completely. Part of them is still here, in you, being you. Here's something I find calming somehow. Every cell in your body has the same DNA, every single one. Your skin cells and your brain cells and your liver cells and your heart cells. Same code, same book, same instructions. So why are they so different? Why doesn't your liver look like your skin? Because different cells read different chapters. It's like having a massive book, and each cell only opens certain pages. Skin cells read the skin chapter. Brain cells read the brain chapter. The whole book is there in every cell, but not every part gets used everywhere. That's gene expression. Which genes get turned on, which stay quiet. A brain cell has all the instructions for making liver enzymes. It just doesn't read them. Those pages stay closed, but they're still there. Everything you could be, everything your body knows how to make. It's all in every cell, just selectively read. The same library, used differently depending on where you are. That's kind of beautiful. You're not a bunch of different things stitched together. You're one story, told in different ways depending on who's reading.
While you're lying there, while you're resting, stuff is happening inside you, constantly. Your DNA is being read right now. Genes are being expressed. Proteins are being made. Your body is maintaining itself, repairing things, keeping everything running. You don't control this. You don't even know it's happening most of the time, but it's going on. Has been going on since you were a single cell. Won't stop until the end. Tiny molecular machines reading the code, translating it, building the proteins that make you work. It's like a factory, but quieter, more elegant. It runs itself. There's something restful in that. You don't have to do anything. Your body knows what to do. The code tells it. The system works. Tonight, while you sleep, it'll keep going. Cells dividing, DNA copying, repairs being made. Your body is never really still, but it's okay. It knows what it's doing. It's been doing this for a very long time. Just rest. Let the system run. The alphabet is spelling you out, letter by letter, moment by moment. You don't have to help. You just have to be here. The copying isn't perfect. I said almost perfect earlier, and that almost is important.
Sometimes a letter gets wrong. A becomes G, T becomes C. The proofreaders miss it, and suddenly the code says something slightly different than it said before. This is a mutation. It sounds scary, but most of the time it's nothing. Most mutations happen in parts of the DNA that don't really matter. They're silent, no effect. Sometimes a mutation does something bad, changes an instruction that shouldn't be changed, causes problems. That's where genetic diseases come from, errors in the code that get passed on. But sometimes, rarely, a mutation does something useful, makes something work a little better, and then it gets passed on because it's helpful. This is how evolution works. Random changes, most of them useless, but occasionally one of them catches and spreads. You have mutations. So did your parents. So did theirs. We all carry little variations, little typos in our code. Most of them don't do anything. Some of them make you different in ways you never notice. A few of them make you, you. Mistakes aren't always bad. Sometimes they're the source of everything new. The code tolerates imperfection. It's been imperfect from the beginning, and here we are anyway. 4 billion years, give or take. That's how long this language has been in use, since the first cells figured it out, since the beginning of life on this planet. 4 billion years, same 4 letters, same pairing rules, same basic system. Languages die all the time. Human languages, I mean. They get forgotten, go extinct, replaced by new ones. But this language, the language of DNA, it's never stopped being spoken. Not once. Not for 4 billion years. Every living thing alive right now is part of an unbroken chain of copying that goes back to that first cell. Your DNA is a copy of a copy of a copy, billions of times over. But it still traces back, still connects. You're not separate from the history of life. You're part of it, the latest version of a very old story, still being told. 4 billion years of copying, 4 billion years of variations, and now here's you, reading this moment into existence. Part of something ancient, part of something ongoing. The language is old, but it's still speaking, still writing new things, including you.
For a long time, scientists looked at human DNA and got confused, because most of it doesn't seem to do anything. Like 98% of it, only about 2% actually codes for proteins. Only 2% has obvious instructions. So they called the rest junk DNA, filler, leftovers, evolutionary baggage we're just carrying around for no reason. Turns out they were wrong. That junk is doing things. We're still figuring out what exactly, but it's not useless. Some of it controls when genes turn on and off. Some of it affects how strongly a gene expresses. Some of it we genuinely don't understand yet. It's like finding a book where only a few pages have words you recognize and assuming the rest is blank, but then realizing, no, there's writing there too. You just don't know the language yet. We've been carrying this code for billions of years. Evolution doesn't usually keep useless stuff around that long. If 98% of your DNA was truly junk, it probably would have been trimmed by now. But it's still there, still being copied, still being passed on. There's more to you than we know how to read, more than we understand. The book is bigger than we thought, and we're still learning the alphabet. Your genes aren't just on or off. It's not that simple. There are switches, dimmer switches, kind of. Things that control how much a gene expresses, when it expresses, where in the body it expresses. This is called epigenetics, and it's wild. Because these switches can be affected by your environment, by what you eat, by stress, by experiences. The code itself doesn't change, but how it's read can change.
Imagine two people with identical DNA, twins, same exact letters, same exact order, but one grows up in one environment, one in another. They might end up different, not because their code is different, but because different parts of the code got turned up or down. Your life writes on your genes, not changing the letters, but adding little notes, little marks that say, read this more or read this less. The code is fixed, but the interpretation isn't. You're not just your DNA. You're your DNA plus everything that's happened to you. The code interacting with the world. Nature and nurture, not separate things, but woven together at the molecular level. Here's something that still feels strange to me. Some of these switches, these epigenetic marks, they can be inherited, passed from parent to child. Not the experiences themselves, but the effects of the experiences, written into how the genes are read. There's research on this. Mice who learned to fear a certain smell passed that sensitivity to their offspring, not because they taught them, but because something got marked in the genes. In humans, it's harder to study, but there are hints. Descendants of famine survivors sometimes have different metabolic patterns, as if their bodies remembered a hunger they never experienced. Your grandparents' lives might be affecting your gene expression right now. Not the code itself, but the way it's being read. Echoes of experiences you never had still resonating in your cells. This isn't destiny. These marks can be changed. New experiences can add new marks. But it's a reminder that we're connected, not just genetically, but experientially. The past isn't completely past. It's still here, being read, being interpreted, being lived. Your DNA gets damaged every day, all the time. Sunlight does it. Radiation does it. Certain chemicals do it. Just the normal process of copying does it. By some estimates, each cell in your body experiences tens of thousands of DNA-damaging events per day. Tens of thousands per cell per day. So why aren't we falling apart? Because there are repair crews, molecular machines whose job is to find damage and fix it. They patrol the DNA constantly, looking for breaks, looking for mutations, looking for anything that shouldn't be there. And they fix it, most of the time. They cut out the bad section and rebuild it correctly. They catch errors before they become problems. They keep the code clean. You're not aware of this. It's happening right now while you're resting. In every cell of your body, a constant process of checking and correcting. Quality control at a level we can barely comprehend. Your body is taking care of your DNA, protecting it, maintaining it. You don't have to do anything. Just rest. The repair crews are on it.
Here's something weird. About 8% of your DNA didn't come from your ancestors. Not human ancestors, anyway. It came from viruses. Millions of years ago, viruses infected our ancestors. Some of those viruses inserted their genetic material into the DNA, and it stayed, got copied, got passed on, generation after generation until now. You have viral DNA in you, ancient viral DNA, from infections that happened before humans even existed. Most of it doesn't do anything, just sits there. Fossil viruses embedded in your code. But some of it actually got useful, got repurposed. One of the genes essential for pregnancy, for the placenta to work, it came from a virus. Borrowed, adapted, made ours. Your code isn't pure. It's a patchwork. Pieces borrowed from here and there. Accidents that became features. Invaders that became residents. That's how evolution works. It doesn't design from scratch. It tinkers. It uses what's available. Your DNA is a history of everything that ever happened to your lineage, including infections that should have killed us, but instead
became part of us. There's a different kind of DNA, not in the nucleus of your cells, in the mitochondria. Mitochondria are these little structures inside your cells that make energy. They have their own DNA, separate from the main stuff, much smaller, but still important. And here's the thing. You only get mitochondrial DNA from your mother. Only. Your father's mitochondria don't get passed on, just your mother's. So your mitochondrial DNA came from your mother, who got it from hers, who got it from hers, and so on. An unbroken female line stretching back and back and back. Thousands of years, hundreds of thousands, millions eventually. Following the mitochondrial DNA backwards, every human alive today traces back to a single woman. Scientists call her mitochondrial Eve. She lived in Africa maybe 200,000 years ago. Not the first human, not the only woman alive then, but the one whose mitochondrial line survived, the one we all descend from through our mothers. There's something intimate about that. A line of mothers, daughter to daughter to daughter, stretching back to the beginning of our species. And you're carrying that line forward. The same mitochondrial DNA, still being copied, still being passed on. Your DNA changes as you age. Not the code itself, really, but the caps on the ends. Telomeres, they're called. Little protective sequences at the ends of your chromosomes, like the plastic tips on shoelaces. They keep things from fraying. Every time a cell divides, the telomeres get a little shorter, a little bit wears off, and when they get too short, the cell can't divide anymore. It dies or goes dormant. This is one of the clocks of aging, written into your cells, counting down with every division. That sounds sad. Maybe it is, but there's something honest about it too. Time passes. Things change. The code keeps track. You're not the same as you were 10 years ago, not just in how you look or feel, in your cells, in your DNA. The telomeres are a record, a biological timestamp, evidence that you've been alive, that your cells have been working, that time has been moving. The clock is ticking. It always has been, but that's what clocks do. And right now, tonight, the clock says you're here, still here, still going. You leave your DNA everywhere. Every hair that falls, every skin cell that sheds, every drop of saliva. You're constantly scattering your code around without even trying. This is how forensics works now. A single hair at a crime scene, a fingerprint with skin cells. The DNA tells a story, identifies a person, places them somewhere they may have forgotten they were. But it goes further back, too. We've extracted DNA from bones thousands of years old, tens of thousands. We know things about Neanderthals now because we've read their code. We know they interbred with humans because some of their letters are still in us. 1 to 2% of most non-African humans' DNA is Neanderthal, from encounters that happened 50,000 years ago. The letters persist. They survive. Long after the person is gone, the code remains in bones, in descendants, in ground sometimes. You'll leave your letters behind too, in your children if you have them, in objects you touched, in records that might last longer than you expect. The code outlives the body. It has a way of sticking around.
Here's something to sit with. The exact combination of DNA that makes you has never existed before. Never in all of history. In all 4 billion years of life on this planet. Your parents' genes mixed in a way that was unique. One sperm out of hundreds of millions. One egg out of many. The shuffling of chromosomes, the random selection of which halves to combine, the result was you. And that combination will never happen again. Even if your parents had more children, they wouldn't be you. Similar, maybe. Related, definitely. But not you. You're not a copy. You're not a repeat. You're a first draft and a final draft at the same time. The only version of this particular arrangement of letters that will ever exist. That's not inspirational talk. That's just math. The number of possible combinations is so vast that repetition is essentially impossible. You are, statistically, unique. Tonight, lying there, you're something the universe has never seen before. And when you're gone, it won't see again. The code that writes you is yours alone. Borrowed from ancestors, mixed from parents, but combined in a way that only happened once. The code doesn't stop. It's been running for 4 billion years. It's running now. It'll keep running after you're gone, through your children, if you have them, through your relatives, through the whole branching tree of life that continues regardless of any individual. You're not the point of the story. Nobody is. The story doesn't have a point. It just keeps going, copying, varying, trying things, seeing what works. But you're part of it, a chapter, a verse, a few lines in a very long book. That can feel small, and it is, in one way. You're tiny compared to 4 billion years, compared to trillions of cells, compared to the vast network of life that stretches across the whole planet. But you're here. That's not nothing. You're the latest version of something that's never stopped, the current edge of a story that started before anything could think. The code will continue. New combinations will emerge. New variations will be tried. Life will keep writing itself, letter by letter, generation by generation. And right now, tonight, you get to rest. You get to pause. The code will keep running while you sleep. It doesn't need your attention. It's been doing this long before you were aware of it. It'll keep going long after you drift off. You can't hear it. But right now, proteins are being built inside you. Instructions are being read. DNA is being transcribed into RNA, and RNA is being translated into the molecules that make everything work. It's happening in your brain cells, in your heart cells, in your skin and your guts and your bones, everywhere, all the time. This is the work of living, the constant, quiet work. You don't do it. Your body does it. The code does it. The system that's been refined over billions of years, running without your input, without your awareness. You're being maintained, repaired, renewed. While you lie there doing nothing, your cells are doing everything. There's something restful in that. You don't have to try. You don't have to manage it. You just have to be here. The code handles the rest. You were written before you existed. When you were just a single cell, a fertilized egg, your DNA was already there, complete. All the instructions that would become you, packed into something microscopic. You didn't have eyes yet, but the instructions for eyes were there. You didn't have a heart, but the code for heart was there. Everything waiting, everything ready, just needing time to unfold. And it did unfold. Cells divided, differentiated, became specific things, read specific chapters. And here you are, the result of instructions written before you could think, before you could feel, before there was a you to be aware of any of it. You were a plan before you were a person, a blueprint before building. The code came first. You
came from the code. And it's still there, still in you, still being read. The same instructions that built you are still maintaining you. The same language that wrote you is still speaking.
Everyone you've ever met is written in the same language. Every person you've loved, every person you've argued with, every stranger on the street. Same alphabet, same system, same 4 letters. We look so different. We act so different. We fight over things, disagree about things, feel like we have nothing in common. But at the level of the code, we're almost identical. 99.9% the same. All of us. The differences we see, the things that seem so important, they're in that tiny fraction, that 0.1%. Real, yes. Meaningful sometimes, but built on a foundation of overwhelming similarity. You're related to everyone, literally. Go back far enough, and every human shares common ancestors. Your family tree and theirs eventually merge. Cousins, all of us. Some closer, some more distant, but all connected. The same language is in all of us, running right now, in billions of people around the world. The same ancient code still being read, still doing its quiet work. It's not just humans. The dog sleeping on the floor, the bird outside, the insects you never notice, the bacteria in your gut, all of them, same language. A, T, G, C, the same 4 letters, the same pairing rules, the same basic system. From the largest whale to the smallest virus that counts as life, same alphabet. We're all in this together, not metaphorically, chemically, genetically. The tree in the park is your relative. The mushroom is your relative. The fish in the ocean, the worm in the soil, the bacteria on your skin. One language, one tree of life, branching and branching, but always connected at the root. You're not alone on this planet. You're part of a family so vast it includes everything alive, written in the same words, sharing the same ancient inheritance. I keep coming back to this. 4 letters, that's all. 4 letters in everything alive. It could have been different. There could have been 10 letters, 20, some other system entirely. But no, life settled on 4, and it worked. It's still working. There's elegance in that, a kind of beauty in the simplicity. The most complex things we know, consciousness and love, and ecosystems and evolution, all of it built from 4 letters arranged in different orders. Simple rules, complex results. We see this pattern everywhere, in math, in physics, in nature. Simple foundations, infinite possibilities. You don't have to be complicated to be profound. Life isn't complicated at its core. It's 4 letters. It's pairing rules. It's copying. That's it. And from that, everything else emerges. Maybe there's a lesson there. Maybe not. But tonight, it's just something to rest in. The simplicity underneath, the elegance of the core. 4 letters writing you into existence, moment by moment. The code has survived everything. Asteroid impacts, ice ages, mass extinctions that wiped out most of what was alive. The code survived, kept copying, kept diversifying, kept going. 99% of all species that ever lived are extinct now, gone. But the code they carried, the basic language, it persists in their descendants, in us, in everything still alive. Life is fragile. Individual lives, species, whole ecosystems, they come and go. But the code is resilient. It finds a way. It adapts. It continues. 4 billion years of continuity through everything. The code is a survivor, and you're part of that. You're carrying something that's been through more than you can imagine.
that's been tested by catastrophe and come through. Whatever happens tomorrow, whatever happens to you, the code has already proven itself. It's been doing this longer than continents have had their current shapes. It'll keep going.
So here you are, lying in the dark, carrying 4 billion years of code in every cell, related to everything alive, written in a language older than thought. Your cells are working, your DNA is being read, proteins are being made, the quiet machinery of life humming along, asking nothing from you. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to understand it. You don't have to think about it anymore. Just rest. The code will keep running. The alphabet will keep spelling you out. The story will continue whether you're awake for it or not. Tonight, you're just a place where the code is resting, a pause in the long sentence, a breath between words. You're a temporary arrangement of ancient letters. That's not sad, that's just true. The letters were here before you, they'll be here after. You're what happens when they're arranged in this particular way, in this particular moment. But you're here now. That matters. The arrangement is happening. The code is being read. You exist. Not forever, but now. Now is enough. Now is what you have. And now, right now, you're lying somewhere safe, breathing, resting. The letters are doing what they do. The cells are doing what they do. And you get to just be here. That's something. That's actually quite a lot. So that's the alphabet of life. 4 letters, A, T, G, C, writing everything that lives, including you. You're part of something old, something continuous, something that connects you to every living thing on this planet. You're carrying ancestors in yourselves. You are carrying viral fossils and borrowed genes and the unbroken line of your mother's mothers. You're not separate. You're not alone. You're woven into the fabric of life at the most fundamental level. The same language that writes the trees writes you. The same code that runs in bacteria runs in you. And tonight, while you sleep, it'll keep going, quietly, constantly, doing what it's done for 4 billion years. You can let go. You can rest. The code knows what to do. It's been practicing for a very long time. The letters are still there, still spelling you out, still writing the next moment and the next and the next. But you don't have to watch. You don't have to pay attention. Just drift. The alphabet of life is old and patient, and it'll still be there in the morning. Good night from the code. Good night from yourselves. Good night from Drowsy Inquirer. Sleep